This episode of Soldier Knows Best is brought to you by Domain.com. Hey, what's up guys, Soldier Knows Best here with a review of a product that I've been looking forward to for a very long time. This is the AR Drone 2.0. This is the second version of a quadricopter that you can control via an iOS device like an iPhone or iPad. And also too, they do have the application available in the Android marketplace. So it's a really cool device to play around with. So I'm gonna jump right into the review because I know a lot of people have been waiting for this product. I'm gonna start talking about the design and the hardware. First off, I'm going to say that this product does look pretty cool, but I can't just go off of that because something like this, especially for the cost, it has to be durable, it has to be able to stand up to a lot of different punishment. And they did a really good job with the design of this because they do provide you two different holes, just like they did with the previous version. So basically it has an indoor hole, which is the one I'm showing you right now. And it's made out of expanded polypropylene, which is a engineered plastic foam. So it's not like your traditional styrofoam, but this is a foam that's going to be very lightweight, but also very durable as well. But if you do happen to break different parts, it is fully repairable. And I watched some videos on how to repair it, and it's not that hard at all if you do need to go through and change some of the parts out. In the middle, you will find the battery compartment, which will house the 1000 milliamp included battery. Now, that's one of the negatives about this product is that the battery life sucks. That battery will only get you about 8 to 10 minutes worth of flying time. Now, one new thing with this new version of it does now also have a pressure sensor, which is going to basically act like an altimeter, which means now if you are flying over 6 feet and just very high in the air, the device itself will give itself more control and be more aware of its surroundings, where the previous version of this quadricopter, it didn't have this. So if you were flying very high, you were kind of taking a risk. And now this new AR drone still comes with two cameras, just like the previous one did, but the front camera is updated now. It is now a 720p HD camera that can record at 30 frames per second. It is a wide angle lens as well. Now I'm showing you some video from it. It's not the best video in the world by no means, but it will get the job done as far as capturing your footage in flight. And again, you can record the footage from both of these cameras directly on your phone itself, or you can actually plug in a USB stick into the USB port that's right next to the battery, and now you can choose to record everything on that stick itself so you can save the memory on your phone. And that's going to take a look at the software for the AR drone. Again, the AR drone doesn't come with a remote control. You have to use an iOS or Android device with it, and you download the free application, and now you're able to fly with it. Open up this free flight application, which is basically going to be the main one that everybody uses, and this is how you're going to be navigating around the device. But also within this application, you can update the AR drone, the software on board. You can take a look at the different games for it. It does have different games that are all free that come from the same company. One game is the AR Hunter game, which you can actually get this specialized hat, and using augmented reality, you can hunt down that person and shoot them down with the AR drone, which is pretty cool. You can also look at the photos and videos that you're taking on the AR drone itself. You can play them back directly on the device itself, as I'm skipping through right there. Then also you can share directly to YouTube if you wanted to right from the application. Now, I was going to take a look at the main control scheme. And so here you're looking at the bottom here, you have a takeoff button. Tap that, it will go ahead and start flying. Then also that will turn into the landing button while you're in flight mode. And also there's an emergency button. So just in case you're getting ready to fly into somebody's face or the tree or something like that, hit that emergency button, it'll just turn off everything and fall down to the ground. You have this little switch button there. You can switch to the camera on the bottom or the back to the camera on the front. Hit record to record the video. And also you can take a picture just by hitting that button no matter what you're doing. And then you get into the settings a little bit more. I mean, you can change anything. Again, you can change the name of the network, the interface opacity, enable the flip, which I'll show you a demo of in a second. I'll also change the altitude limit, vertical speed, max, and all these different things you can do to kind of customize everything. And the absolute control, which is the biggest addition, I think one of the biggest additions to this new AR drone, which again, I'll show you here in a few seconds. So anyway, this is the software for the AR drone. All right, now let's go to head outside to see what this drone can do in an outdoor environment in this natural element, I guess I would say. And so I'm just going to be showing you how easy it is to control, different tricks you can do with it, and just how fun it is to actually play around with. And I'm going to be showing both the indoor hole, that's what you're looking at right now, which of course can again be used outdoor, just in case you may have kids playing with it. You still don't want to have the exposed rotors out there, but it will be better if you use the outdoor hole. So that's because that foam won't be able to get caught up by the wind a little bit. So if you use the outdoor hole, as you can see right there, it'll just be better and easier to manage. And so that thing can really zip around and move around. All right, so what I'm about to show you right now is the front-facing camera. Again, this is a 720p HD camera, and on the left-hand side, that's the video coming from the camera on the drone, as you can probably tell already. And right there, what I'm showing you is the absolute control, which is basically the new control scheme they introduced with this new Parrot drone, which basically allows you to use the accelerometer and the gyroscope in your phone to move the device. So basically, you hold down on the left-hand side and you tilt the phone forward, and no matter what direction the drone is facing in, it's going to go forward. The same thing can go backwards and left and right. So the front doesn't have to always be facing front for you to go forward. So that makes it very easy. And what I'm showing you right now, just showing you how easy it is for kids to pick up and start playing with this thing. Now, I think on the side of the box, we saw that it said 14 and up, but of course these kids are younger. These are some kids from for a couple of my friends And they seem to be having a lot of fun playing with this thing. And this is really within the first 5 minutes of them ever touching or really seeing the device, and they were able to get a really good control and grip of it and be able to navigate it with relative ease. And when you had the first one, you didn't have this type of absolute control. It just really wasn't this easy at all to be able to do it. And I had this little donut that you can actually get from the company that makes the drone as well. I think for like 50 bucks or so. But it's a little inflatable drone right here, which is pretty fun to try to see if you can get the Parrot AR drone inside of there. Now, what I'm about to show you right now is just what this kid thinks about how easy it is to fly.
Yes, it did. If I used to doodle jump and you know how to do doodle jump real well, then you can do this real well.
Yeah, I think so. All right, so basically she said if you know how to play doodle jump, you should be able to fly this thing easily, and I totally agree with that. But yes, I was flying over some water here. I didn't go too far over the water because this thing costs too much for me to even risk drowning that in the lake. But anyway, also for you peeping toms out there, yes, you can fly through different windows and stuff like that. A lot of people were asking me that. Unfortunately, I don't think you should be doing this, you little kids, you little bad boys. I know you try to do that. But right now I'm about to show you just kind of the height that you can get with this thing. This is not the highest it can go. It does have different limits that you can set in the settings to your own personal preference. But I was able to get above the trees, and this is a look down from the camera that's on the bottom of the AR drone. This thing can get really, really high. And basically the only limit to it, well, one limit to it is basically the signal, the Wi-Fi signal between the drone and your cell phone itself. But right now I started drifting towards the trees, and I had to do an emergency landing that basically just cuts off everything, and you see it has survived that fall from that height without a problem at all. Right now I'm just showing you just some of the crashes that I did on concrete, on grass, and I'm just showing you just really how durable this little drone is, and it will be able to take a punishment and the beating that me and the kids put on it, so it will be able to survive. So yes, it's not only fun to play with, but it will be able to survive some tough damage to it. All right, guys, we're coming to the end of this review, so now it's time for my overall opinion about this new AR drone 2.0. Now, first, I'm going to knock out some of the negatives. The one thing, as I mentioned before, the battery life is just not that great. Well, at least with the included battery. Again, the included battery is only 1,000 milliamps, so again, that's going to be about 8 to 10 minutes worth of battery life. Now, you can buy third-party batteries. I bought a couple from Amazon that were about like 35 bucks, and each of those batteries were able to get about 20 minutes worth of flying time. So if you are going to want to get the full enjoyment out of this device, you're going to have to invest in a separate battery. And then also too, the camera quality in the front facing camera, while it is improved over the first generation AR drone, it still is not something that is just really up to par with a lot of these smartphones that are out there. So that's one thing. I mean, I'm not going to knock it too bad for the camera. It does get the job done as far as capturing the moments of you flying it, but I do wish in the next version it will actually be just a little bit improved, improve the sensor, and just improve everything along with that. But now moving over to some of the positives about this device, you will see that the company was able to improve on all the different critical things from the first AR drone to this new one. They made it easier to fly. It made it a more enjoyable experience. The fact that you can now record the video from the cameras it makes another added dynamic effect to it to have even more fun and capture some of those moments with that. And I would say all the things with all those free applications that come along with it that you can download for your devices, and using all those different applications, and plus they're going to be opening up the SDK, so other apps will be on the way as well. And then also too, just the durability of it is very strong. I crashed it a lot. Those kids crashed it a lot. And then you add the performance of it. They made the controls tighter, and then they took into account again, just like they did with the first version, whether you're going to be using this thing indoors or outdoors. And they really took that in the design process and made sure you'll be able to have fun no matter where you're going to be playing with this thing. And so you can pick this up for $299, which I think is definitely justified. I think this product does live up to this price tag, as some of my past products I've reviewed here haven't. I think this device really does live up to its price tag, and I think you will have a lot of fun. And the performance, the design, the hardware, and the software all make this worth the price. So anyway, guys, this is my review of the AR Drone 2.0. But before we head out here, let's going to take one last look at our sponsor for this video. Today's sponsor is domain.com, which has been around for a very long time and helps you with registering domains and make it very easy and simple for you. So once you get a great idea for a website or a blog or whatever, the first thing you want to do is figure out what it's going to be called. And after you do that, you need to go ahead and register that domain, and then domain.com makes it very easy for you to do that at very low prices. And it has very reliable Linux and Windows web hosting, and with a 99.99% uptime, this is going to be a really safe place to host your website. Now, they already have low prices, but for my Soldier Knows Best viewers, you can get an extra 15% off a domain or web hosting if you enter in the coupon code SOLDIER at checkout. Again, go to domain.com, enter in the coupon code SOLDIER. All right, guys, again, thanks for watching this video. Please leave a comment down below what you think about the AR Drone 2.0. Is it something that you want to pick up? And thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you later. Peace.